So in this video, we're going to start at slide 63 for week 4, and I guess it's video number 6. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about what it's like to work in a unionized environment, for those of you who haven't worked in a unionized environment, or to supervise in a unionized environment. So, like I said, I'm a member of a union, and it's a provincial union called OPSU, Ontario Public Service Employees Union. But within my specific workplace, Durham College, we will have a local branch of our union, and that's what it's called. It's called a local. So QP, that's another union, Public Service Employee Union, and that's what the support staff at Durham College are a member of QP, and they will have a local branch of the union that represents their local interests, and will have members of our local in positions, so a little branch with its own organization structure, a president, a secretary, things like that, that I can speak to, or members can speak to. We don't have to call Toronto, where the OPSU headquarters are. Okay, in a unionized environment, I think I said earlier, all staff at the organization are determined on their job description, their job posting, if it was advertised. They're identified as either management, union, or exempt. And sometimes that's called non-affiliated or non-union. And so if you're a worker at Durham College, so faculty, clerical staff, and you don't supervise other people, then you're in a union. And if you supervise people, then you're probably a manager, and you're not part of the union, and the union rules do not apply to you. Now, there's some people who don't supervise staff, and they're going to be exempt from being in the union. And if we think back to the organization structure at Thorough Public Library, remember we didn't know what to do with Fran? Well, Fran's probably non-affiliated and not part of the union, even though she doesn't supervise anybody. She deals with confidential information. Remember, she does payroll and hiring. So she's probably outside the union, even though she's not a manager. And what happens is the union members, so representatives of the union at the college and representatives of the employer, they negotiate a contract about working conditions, and it's usually for a specific period of time, so maybe 3 years or 4 years or something like that. And that contract that governs workplace working conditions is called a collective agreement. Okay, that's a lot in 3 minutes in one slide, but I'm going to see what's on the next one. Collective agreement. So again, this is negotiated every probably 3 to 5 years, and it addresses these things. Okay, so I put, what does this mean? So for example, at the college, let's say that we were in a face-to-face situation, wouldn't that be lovely? And I was running late, and I'm in the union, and I'm faculty, and I suddenly had to call in sick. And my boss, who's a superstar management operations supervisor, knowledgeable person, he's a dean. He said, oh, not a problem. Sue, if you send me your PowerPoints, I'll go and deliver your class. Well, he can't do that. Okay, so because he's not a member of the union, he can't do my work. And it's the same thing in an elementary or secondary school. The teacher is away. The principal can come in and kind of supervise, but cannot teach the class. Okay, so our collective agreements, this is some of the things that are set out in it. So I'm going to pause here, let you read the next couple of slides, or actually we should probably have a video for this, so I'll come back here.